Floyd Mayweather's meant to be fighting in an exhibition in Greece this weekend, and as it stands, he doesn't even know if it's going ahead. Due to all these legal issues, they're trying to put an injunction on him to stop him competing, as he owes a bunch of people money.
Back child support because he got pregnant a stripper at his now closed strip club, and he owes that woman money, I guess, for child support.
And if Floyd Mayweather doesn't compete this weekend, he may not have the means to actually pay them back. Despite this, Floyd is acting like he's still going ahead. Apparently, DAZN, the main broadcaster, have now pulled out, but the judge is still making a decision on the bout going ahead.
I want to say thank you to everybody. I want to say thank you for all the support. Greece, I'm on my way. Let's entertain, let's have fun, and let's get the people what they want to see.
So to start things off with this case, basically we don't know if we're going to be able to watch the fight. It might go ahead, it may not be actually broadcast for people to tune into. Just as uncertain is the ability to watch the 6th round bout between Mayweather and Mike in Greece. It's planned in Athens, Greece, but there are no deals in place with a broadcaster or distribution, according to the attorney, Melissa Glass, who's representing Mayweather. DAZN, originally set to offer the fight on pay-per-view, has pulled the event from his broadcast schedule. Whether the fight takes place rests in the hands of a US District Court judge in New York. So basically there was an over 2-hour hearing conducted by a phone Wednesday, June 24th, and they said that they would rule on Thursday on a motion of a temporary restraining order filed by the CSI Entertainment, which is trying to keep Mayweather from fighting. CSI Entertainment and related entities have sued Mayweather in breach of contract. So what Floyd has done, he's signed away his rights exclusively to this company for his comeback and the fights he's going to have. And then he just signed another deal in Greece that they're not a part of. So it's actually made it a breach of contract where they're not happy about it. And they're saying, look, you're not fighting. We're going to do everything we can to stop you. This is our deal we've negotiated with you. Why haven't we seen the massive build up yet? The only thing we got so far is that Floyd Mayweather is over in Greece acting like everything is normal and the go ahead. He was asked briefly about exhibitions, how he started it and stuff. So he's over there actually just awaiting what is happening.
You started this exhibition stuff. How does it feel?
Well, it was good. You know, I think the first time it all started, it started with the Mayweather, Conor McGregor. It was, you know, that was my idea of just mixing, how can I say this?
So we got details as well on why we haven't seen him fight Mike Tyson yet. That was a fight that was announced. It was meant to be before anything. So it was said in court, an attorney representing the company suing Mayweather said during the hearing that the fight would jeopardize the value of the exclusive rights CSI has to produce the fights with Mayweather and Mike Tyson and Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. The fight between Tyson and Mayweather has been rescheduled for September 26th, and the fight between Pacquiao has been scheduled for January. The fight against Tyson was scheduled for the spring but had to be postponed because Tyson suffered a broken hand, is what was said. He also pointed out the bouts could be held only if Mayweather agrees to fight Mayweather and Pacquiao. He had been negotiating a separate deal with Netflix to air the fight in September. So on a paperwork perspective right now, Floyd Mayweather is signed to fight Mike Tyson in September, Manny Pacquiao in September on Netflix, and then also Manny Pacquiao in January next year. So this guy has just signed a bunch of things and his schedule's all over the place, and that's why there is a legal mix-up. You might be asking, what has it got to do with this weekend? Well, obviously they're annoyed that he signed another deal with Netflix for the Manny Pacquiao fight, but the legal battle is over the fact that CSI says that a poor performance by Mayweather or an injury suffered by Mayweather could jeopardize the Tyson fight and undermine its exclusive rights. Not only that, Floyd Mayweather's moving around with millions and millions of their money in his pocket. Melissa Glass, the attorney representing Mayweather, said the temporary restraining order would affect Mayweather's ability to work. She said CSI had not met their burden of proof required for the temporary restraining order. CSI Entertainment sued Mayweather early this month. In addition to CSI's attempt to keep Mayweather from fighting in Greece, the lawsuit is seeking damages, saying they've already paid Mayweather $4.5 million in advances. Mayweather is set to receive $14 million for the fight against Tyson. Only $14 million. Normally this guy was saying he was getting $100 million paychecks. According to the complaint, the fight was originally set for spring and obviously he broke his hand. A $14 million payday is really good, but we just see Jake Paul got like 10 times more than that. And obviously Floyd Mayweather broke pay-per-view records for the Manny Pacquiao fight. He says he made 300 million. Mayweather is set to receive upward of 35 million for the fight against Manny Pacquiao, according to the complaint. Bearing in mind he's got to come out of retirement for that as well and actually risk his record. They say Mayweather breached his contract when he signed a deal with Ever Wonder Studios that called for the fight between Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao to be aired by Netflix, the complaint says. The complaint adds that Mayweather took a $5.8 million loan from a third party on the contract with Ever Wonder. So even the other deals he's doing, he's taking advances from everyone. CSI tried to negotiate a settlement before Mayweather breached the contract again and announced he's fighting Greece without consulting this company, according to the complaint.
You know, I know everybody is going to want to ask questions, you know, about the Pacquiao fight. Like I said, the sport of boxing has truly changed. We have a lot of new companies, a lot of new faces, and Netflix. I truly believe that we'll get this done. I think we're almost at the finish line to finish the Pacquiao fight. But a lot of things has changed in the sport of boxing, and eventually, I think within the next 48 hours, either the Pacquiao fight should be done.
Now, as of right now, there was a 2-hour hearing, and apparently we're going to hear at some point today an update on whether he can fight. So stay tuned to the channel and I'll keep you guys posted. One thing we can say is that for many years now, Floyd Mayweather has been completely lying to people and exaggerating how much money he makes about many things. He's going to risk his undefeated record, come out of retirement and fight Manny Pacquiao for around $35 million. But in a clip, Floyd Mayweather claims that he makes $300 million a month from one investment. This how you know this guy's financial literacy was nowhere near what he was claiming. $300 million a month. When he said this on that clip to now, he would have billions and billions.
How in 36 months, of course, with one of my new investments, I would be making $300 million a month. But
what investment is that?
Just in real estate.
Aggregate, got you.
And I'm heavy in real estate. I'm real heavy in real estate. Even though, you know, I got my own liquid, and if that means cash for those. I break it down in layman's terms. Even though I got a lot of cash. OPM. Okay. OPM. You don't always have to use your money. That's why it's very important for y'all to make sure y'all keep y'all credit right.
Talk to us about that.
Very important. And so, you know, the blacks, the Hispanics can go out there and get certain loans. I'm also working on me and some of my business partners. I'm getting a bank, actually. So it's so many different things I'm working on.
That's incredible. Clap it up for that.
So I'm able to.
To be fair, Floyd Mayweather's got to a point now where there's big money involved in everything he's doing. So when you go around signing paperwork and buying things you can't afford, and you're not even managing your money correctly or knowing what your business partner's doing, it leads to problems that actually end up felony charges. And right now, Floyd's in a position where he's actually have to go to court and defend himself from a legal aspect and avoid prison, not just financial penalties. That's how bad this is getting.
He is facing 2 felony charges for passing a bad check for $200,000 and faces very serious criminal charges on that situation. So, you know, September is a long way away. He's got to figure out what's going to happen in terms of his freedom, because if he's convicted, he's looking at a lot of years in prison for fraud and the types of things you do when you write a bad check for $200,000 for a watch. Which I would tell you this: if you are in the type of financial trouble that Floyd is very obviously in, it has been well reported in a lot of different places, all the issues he's had. I've reported about our Internal Revenue Service has a tax lien against him for over $7 million related to unpaid taxes for a couple of years. He also has a $1 million judgment against him because of back child support, because he got pregnant a stripper at his now closed strip club, and he owes that woman money, I guess, for child support. There's been a bunch of other civil cases. I think it's at least 4, it might be more, for unpaid bills related to like apartment rentals and jewelry and usage of private jets, and he's got a lot of problems.
Floyd right now, outside of just earning money in the ring, is trying to sue people back himself for mismanaging his money. But in many interviews, he's claimed that he's made smart investments and he's signed off on a lot of this. And the guy has been dropping constant receipts, proving by the time this gets to court, he's not really going to get anywhere. It was Floyd's fault that he lost his money.
Wait, so you telling me the dude Jonah that Floyd is suing, saying he frauded him out of $175 million or something, just dropped receipts that really gonna make Floyd look bad, like text messages. Floyd was saying he didn't know about certain things, and the guys were really text messages like this. I gave up all my jewelry and watches, all my woman bags. Remember, Floyd said he didn't know, or the watches or his jewelry got pawned or his jewelry came up missing. Even down to text messages of the actual watch. As you can see right here, Floyd Mayweather watch, loan. So apparently, and this is all alleged, but this is Jonah putting these receipts out saying that Floyd knew exactly what was going on. He was just spending his money out of control. He even said back in 2020, he put money in Floyd's pocket and he put together the fight with Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather to give him some money because Jonah was, I guess, was his business accountant or business manager, whatever. And there's the guy Jonah up there. He just spoke out, said, I don't want to litigate this issue through the media, nor do I want to embarrass Floyd publicly. Basically, he said Floyd just blew through his money. He tried to talk to him about his spending habits, and Floyd didn't listen. And I don't like it. What if I told you? What you think in the comments? What is going on? I hope this is false.
So where is this situation right now heading with Floyd Mayweather? Well, he's got a bunch of legal issues he needs to sort out, but a step forward could be bankruptcy. And that is where he is heading in a fast direction. And this will explain how bad it is getting now.
This paragraph heading is really funny to read. Mayweather threatens to breach and then demands $150,000 in cash. Nothing screams super wealthy, financially free, $100 million in assets and cash and jewelry like Mayweather claims, quite like essentially extorting someone for $150 grand in cash. But I also want to point out down here, there's a highlighted part, advise CSI that it should deal with Walter Jordan on his behalf instead of Rechnitz. So I put my thumbnail to the first video down here because I was able to speak with Jonah Rechnitz, Floyd Mayweather's previous manager, on all of his dealings behind the scenes and why Floyd Mayweather is very quickly heading for bankruptcy. And what has been shared with me by multiple sources who are involved in these situations with Mayweather is that Walter Jordan is the new manager and he's taken Floyd in a new direction. And what has been relayed to me is that they do not think it's heading in a good direction. And given all of this commotion, all this drama that Floyd Mayweather is facing, all this negative press, seems like he's been poorly advised right now. And I think he's heading for bankruptcy.
To know how bad this is getting, this stood out to me in the video. At one point, Floyd Mayweather, in negotiating the deal for Mayweather versus Mike Tyson, this is a fight he would claim will make over 100 million. Another exhibition, this guy was demanding to get 150k in advance. 150k to Floyd Mayweather is nothing. It's a strap on his watch normally, but he was demanding this money in cash aggressively and got a woman to pick it up for him.
Here's the situation with that $150,000 in cash. So under the Tyson agreement, if Mayweather was able to complete his medicals before the fight, ensuring that the fight was underway, then he would receive $150,000 in cash. But here's the catch, is that Mayweather advised CSI that he would prefer to receive the $150,000 in cash. And they knew his persona, the Money Mayweather persona, they knew he was all about cash, but now they're realizing, no, he really is about cash. Instead of, it's 2026, forget digital money, we want to deal with cash. And what's interesting about this for me is that to see how much leverage these fighters have, this is absurd. It's 2026. I'm not giving you cash. I'm giving you digital. We want, it's much easier to keep a trail of money, especially with someone like Mayweather, who is clearly already breached agreements. I would not have any trust towards him at this moment.
When I say this situation is spiraling out of control, it's spiraling out of control. There's all different elements now. His financial records are being looked into. He's taking cash. He owes money to the IRS of 7.3 million. This guy is facing so many issues in so many different directions. He needs a manager or someone guiding him that's going to deal with all these problems. He needs to focus on his comeback and make sure he earns the money to put everything right, because these issues are getting out of control. Floyd Mayweather shouldn't be in a situation earning $1 billion in his career and trying his hardest to get 150k in cash.
However, with all the leverage, and CSI probably still believe that they can make tens of millions of dollars by having the rights to promote and put on one of his fights, they agreed to give the installment payment in cash. CSI's owners, the Mielis, arranged to meet Mayweather at the Peninsula Hotel in Beverly Hills, California to deliver the cash in person. This is absurd to me. These are two business owners, probably pretty busy. They're out in New York, New Jersey, I believe. They're on the East Coast. They fly out to the West Coast to meet with Mayweather in person to acquiesce to his demands. However, on their way, Floyd advised them that he was not coming and instead sent a female companion. So these guys are willing to bend over to send him cash instead of wiring money. And he doesn't even have the common courtesy to meet them in person. That's a red flag. So she ended up receiving and counting the 150 grand on Mayweather's behalf. Even better is the exhibit of the picture they took of her literally counting the cash at what looks like a tablecloth dinner. This is a CSI bag. I imagine they came with the cash in bag and they gave it to his assistant and of course took a picture because this is the only way to verify that you actually gave her money.
These numbers get exaggerated, but it's widely reported Jake Paul made at least $40 million to fight Mike Tyson. Obviously, Floyd Mayweather was going to get a third of that. Maybe the shine isn't there as much because Mike Tyson didn't look great, but this guy just wanted to get 150 grand in cash so he could do this on Instagram rather than negotiating the best deal and leveraging it at a later date.
I'm pretty sure I'd be upset too if I was somebody else. I'd be mad at Mayweather too. How the fuck for 29 years or 30 years you keep getting money like this? I'd be mad too. Shit. I'd be hating on Mayweather too. Continue to hate. You know, people only talk about winners. I'm a winner, so continue to talk.
Floyd Mayweather was flashy and flamboyant many years ago, but we all thought now he was the ultimate role model in sports to earn this kind of money, invest it right. But everything is unraveling and there is lots of lies being exposed and everything hasn't come out yet. More to be investigated.